feeling sad. Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel
I keep it realer than most, I know you feeling it. Cause that's so nice, I like the toast, I keep her spilling it. Bone crushes, I keep her close, I got the skill for this. On my back, the flyer's clothes looking ill and dip. Just asking silly.
Swimming, what do? We swim. What do swim? What's up, guys? I don't know what just happened. I was just in a just keep swimming kind of mood. Welcome to another episode of the Superfan Show. I am your host, Superfan K. Today, I am going to review Finding Dory, another sequel. Jesus Christ, we've had like 15 of these things this summer. Seriously, this is the summer of sequel-itis, no doubt. I feel like every minute a person is born, every minute a baby or dies or something, and every minute there's a new sequel. It's just the way it is right now. They're just shitting them out like babies. But is this one good? This is Finding Dory, the sequel to the original Finding Nemo. You guys already knew that here. And Dory, she basically lost her memory, you know, because she has a memory problem. And she starts to remember that she had parents, she had a family, she has somebody out there. So she decides to go on this big adventure to go find her parents. And Marlin and Nemo have to help her along the way and support her and try to get her to find her family. And that's basically the story here. So, did I like it? That is the question, isn't it? First of all, I gotta give shout out to the characters. Dory is a great character. Ellen DeGeneres voice talents the shit out of that. It just leaves you going, could anybody have done the voice talent for Dory the way that she does it? I don't think so. Dory as a character, you're worried that in this movie, when they make a supporting character from the first one the focus of the second one, you get a little bit worried because you're kind of like, is it gonna lose focus? Is it gonna be the same? But no, I was invested in Dory. I was invested in her story. I was rooting for her. I was like, yeah, she needs to find her parents. And I think a lot of that is due to Ellen DeGeneres and her brilliant portrayal of Dory. And you just love her. You hate her because sometimes she's gonna drive you crazy and up the wall, but you also love her too. So I'm glad they came up with a story that I was invested in, a story that I cared about, a story that I actually wanted to see resolved. The other characters, they're all great too. Albert Brooks is back as Marlin. Nemo is back. They do a great job of supporting Dory and kind of along the way making her realize that even though she's looking for her family, she always had family in Marlin and Nemo. Like, they're her family too, no matter what happens. But I gotta give shout out to the new characters in this movie. Oh my God. Pixar, Disney, they just do a great job shelling out these awesome characters that we care about and are invested in. I mean, seriously, we've got two whales in this one. We've got one, I think, whose name is Destiny, and another one named Bailey. They're really awesome. Destiny is like a childhood friend of Dory's. They work really well together. There's a lot of funny moments with just those two. Just those two alone, I could probably watch an entire movie of those guys. Hank is voiced by Ed O'Neill. He's this octopus. And the way that he gets integrated into the story, Dory kind of runs into this guy, they meet, and their friendship is kind of the forefront of most of this movie. I mean, yeah, the overarching story is Dory trying to find her family, but this friendship that builds between her and this octopus is the thing that I probably felt the most invested in after we get past the whole Dory needs to find her family stuff. I like them together. They really work. Hank, he plays kind of like that rough exterior, selfish guy, but inside you just know he's got a big old marshmallow for a heart. I really liked Hank. It was awesome in this movie. In the end, since it's a Pixar movie, it's gonna hit all the notes that you want it to hit. It's got laughs, it's got heart, it's got story, it's got great characters. I mean, what else do you really need from a Disney and a Pixar movie? It nails all of those pretty well, I gotta say. I can't really fault this movie for some of the issues that it has. Like, okay, the problem is when you're a sequel and you're following up a movie that is as great as Finding Nemo, inevitably the two movies are going to be compared. That's just the way it is. I can't help but compare to it. In the end, is the movie funny? Sure. Is it as funny as the first? No. It has the feels, definitely. I felt something in here, but did I feel it in here the way I felt in the first one? No. In the first hour, I felt like things were kind of frenetic, story-wise, pace-wise. It was very fast-paced. After that, it settled down and I was cool. But in the end, it just kind of left me feeling like the first one. I don't know. It hit me in the feels more, probably because it took a little bit more time setting things up. Just a nitpick. The end of the movie is what drags it down a little bit for me. The end of this movie, it has like 3 or 4 or 5 endings. It like keeps going and going and going. It has a point where it's going to end, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm really invested in this ending. And then it doesn't end, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to end next time. And then, oh, we're just going to keep going here. Oh, sure. No, do you. Seriously, I thought the movie could have ended like 3 or 4 times, and it kind of dragged its feet a little bit at the end. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the first one, but that's not this movie's fault necessarily. It's Finding Nemo's fault. So in the end, I'm going to give it the rating Man of Steel. Thank you guys so much for watching another review. That's my review on Finding Dory. You should go check that out. I'll have another review up for Central Intelligence tomorrow. Thank you to anybody for watching the Superfan Show. And as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.